Hello and welcome to the match in a minute from the call of Everton as we take a look back on Everton 0, Newcastle 0 on Saturday evening at Goodison Park in the Premier League. The last game for Everton before the international break. As ever, I'd love to know your thoughts on the match, so please do stick your comments in the comment section below. And also, if you're watching us on YouTube or any other social media platform, please do subscribe to our channel and like the video. It really does help us out. And whilst we're going to take a 60-second look back at the game, it may be more appropriate really to take a 60-second look at Everton's tweet and the reaction to it, which quite frankly I think has been pretty ridiculous. I'll just give my opinion for good measure. Firstly, I don't feel it was really disrespectful at all. We very easily could have done a similar tweet for any player missing a penalty at Goodison. It wasn't particularly pointed towards Gordon. The buzzer only played when Pickford saved it, and it's not like it turned into the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme tune or anything like that. So I think A, that's all been taken over the top, and B, even if it was disrespectful, why does it matter? If you act like a knobhead when you leave Everton like Anthony Gordon did, if you act like a knobhead every time you come back to Goodison Park like Anthony Gordon has done, then you're absolutely fair game. I can understand why people at the club don't like him, because no Everton fans like him. So, to be honest, I think it's a storm in a teacup, possibly whipped up by a certain Mr. Carragher at Sky. But anyway, that's my opinion on it. On to the match, and we're going to stick 60 seconds on to the stopwatch. Here we go. So, Dyche football, it certainly is something else. It's an endurance test, if anything, really. It's certainly not pretty. That was a good result, I would say, but we were clinging on for a lot of the game. It felt like Newcastle had a lot of the ball. I was very nervous, particularly in the second half. I do want to praise a few players. I thought Ndiaye, again, was very, very good. It's great to have a player like that. He's so different to what we've had recently. He does need to be careful, just doing tricks in his own half sometimes, near his own box. Doesn't get caught out, but you don't want to beat that out of his game, because that's what makes him so good. James Garner, I thought, was brilliant at right back as well. I guess really the main talking point of the game was that Anthony Gordon penalty. I think Newcastle were wrong to give him the penalty, despite his recent good record, because there was just too much on it for him, too much emotion. We've seen players miss penalties in those situations before. Arguably, the Calvert-Lewin one, at the time I thought it was a penalty. The replay makes it a little bit iffy, but really, Garner should have buried that opportunity. That's the main talking point from that. So it's a solid enough point, but we do need to start playing a bit better.